Have you ever stopped to think, how much of your life is in your hands? Picture being able to control what you say, what you think, how you feel, and even what you do with your money. Sounds like an impossible challenge? It's not. Stoic philosophy offers the keys to make it happen. With its teachings, you can learn to master your words, to speak wisely, your mind to focus on what truly matters, your mood to stay calm in the storm, and your money to make smart choices. It's not an easy path, but it's one that, if you walk it, will change your life. Do it for yourself. You deserve it. In today's video, I invite you to take that first step toward total control of your life. So, pay close attention to each lesson, especially the last one. It'll leave you speechless. Before we start, as usual, if you find value in these videos, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated on the latest content. Let's dive in. Lesson 1. The power of staying silent at the right time. Ever said something you later regretted? I'm sure, more than once. In the heat of a conversation, you've let words slip without thinking, letting impulsiveness call the shots. And when the emotion fades, you think, asterisk, why didn't I just shut up? Asterisk. This is a constant challenge, one tied directly to something as simple as learning to control your words, your mind, your mood, and, ultimately, your life. Sometimes, staying silent at the right moment can be one of the wisest decisions you make. Believe it or not, true strength isn't in speaking, but in knowing when silence is more powerful. In a world so full of noise, learning to hold your tongue can become a real advantage. Imagine you're in an argument, maybe with a friend or your partner, and something said hits you hard. Your mind starts racing, words form in your head, and you feel you have to fire back right away. But what if you paused for a moment? Instead of acting on impulse, you take a breath and ask yourself, asterisk, is it really worth saying this now? Asterisk. Often, our knee-jerk response isn't just inappropriate. It can wreck important relationships, job opportunities, or even your peace of mind. That's the danger of verbal impulsiveness. Words can't be taken back. Once they're out, they can hurt, be misunderstood, or irreversibly shift a conversation. In that moment, when you act without thinking, you lose the chance to reflect, see the situation clearly, and choose the best response. The good news? Verbal impulsiveness can be tamed. You can curb those reactive responses and learn when to speak and when to stay quiet. Here are some strategies to help you out. Breathe deeply before answering. Pause and breathe. It's a simple move that gives you time to cool your emotions and organize your thoughts. Deep breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, helping reduce stress and anxiety on the spot. Count to 10. It might sound a bit childish, but counting to 10 is surprisingly effective. This little trick forces you to pause and think before speaking, giving you time to decide if what you're about to say adds anything worthwhile to the conversation. Ask questions before responding. If something bugs you, instead of snapping with a quick judgment, ask clarifying questions. This helps you understand the situation better and avoids misunderstandings that could lead to impulsive replies. Remember, not everything needs a response. Often, silence can be the wisest answer. Stoic philosophers who championed self-awareness and self-control strongly believed in reflecting before acting. Not everything that bothers you needs to be voiced right away. Sometimes, silence gives room for reflection and lets conflicts fizzle out on their own. Visualize the consequences before responding. Picture the possible fallout of your words. Will they resolve the conflict or make it worse? Is this the right time to share your thoughts? This visualization can help you stop a response that'd otherwise be automatic. Self-control is crucial, not just for keeping harmony in your relationships, but for your emotional well-being too. In the middle of an argument, it's easy to lose your cool and give in to impulse. But if you can stay calm and thoughtful, your chances of resolving the conflict constructively skyrocket. Self-control doesn't just help you manage what you say, it shapes what you feel and how you react. When you control your words, mind, and mood, you become more aware of your actions and how they affect others. Self-control isn't just a skill for handling words, it's for making wiser choices that benefit your life overall, even in areas like finances and career opportunities. In short, learning to stay silent at the right time is a skill you build with practice and patience. By taking charge of your words, you not only protect your relationships, but also your inner peace and future opportunities. Silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom and self-control. As the Stoics taught us, true strength lies in mastering our reactions, not letting them drag us along. The power of staying silent at the right time can be one of the smartest choices you ever make. Real control isn't in what we say, but in knowing when to say nothing. Leçon 2. Speak less, influence more. Ever felt like sometimes saying too much leads you to say things you didn't mean? It's easy to fall into the trap of talking without thinking, especially when emotions or stress take over. But what if I told you, real power lies in knowing when to hold back and what to say? Control over your words can transform not just how others see you, but how you feel about yourself. Words carry immense power, not just to share information, but to build or tear down. Imagine you're an architect of your life and relationships, and every word is a brick you choose to place in your structure. If you're careful, your words will build bridges and create spaces of understanding. But if you let impulsiveness take over, those same bricks can topple what you've worked hard to construct. The key is choosing words that build, not destroy. As the Stoics say, we control our reactions. So, before speaking, ask yourself, asterisk, will this word add to the harmony of the situation? Asterisk. Or will it just spark an unnecessary conflict? Asterisk. This is where the difference between assertive and aggressive communication comes in. Being assertive doesn't mean bottling up your thoughts. It's expressing them clearly, respectfully, without attacking others. It's like a conversation between equals, where both sides are heard and understood. Aggressive communication, on the other hand, tries to force ideas, often with a raised or dismissive tone, leading to clashes and barriers. It's tempting to slip into aggression, especially when you feel attacked or insecure, but that's not the best way to influence others. In tense moments, remember, every word you say is a golden opportunity to choose the right tone and intent. Do you want to be heard and respected, or just win the argument? The tone and intent behind your words are as crucial as the words themselves. Asterisk, I told you so, asterisk, said with a smile, for example, can be way more effective than one dripping with blame. That's the power of intent. If your goal is to help, build, or guide, your words, even if firm, are more likely to be received well. Think of great figures who've shaped history, from philosophers to leaders. What made them great wasn't just what they said, but how they said it. Their tone, their ability to connect with others' emotions was what set them apart. And just like them, you can influence with less. By choosing your words wisely, speaking less doesn't mean being quiet or withdrawn. It's about communicating more effectively. It's understanding that sometimes what you don't say speaks louder than what you do. This is the true art of the well-chosen word, knowing when to speak and, more importantly, when to stay silent. When you control what you say, You become a master of your mind and emotions. You stop reacting impulsively and start responding thoughtfully. With calm, this doesn't just impact your relationships. It boosts your emotional well-being and, in the long run, your financial stability. Since wise, communication can open career and business opportunities. Mastering your words is a powerful tool for both personal and professional life. By controlling your speech, you avoid unnecessary conflicts and create a presence that inspires respect and trust. Speak less, influence more. This is one of the most potent lessons you can learn. When you pause to think before speaking, choose words wisely, and keep the right tone, you can steer a conversation and, by extension, your life. Controlling what you say reflects how you manage your mind, mood, and emotions. So, remember, it's not about how many words you use, but how you use them. True wisdom isn't in what we say, but in what we choose to hold back. Lesson 3. Train your mind like a muscle. Ever felt like your mind won't stop spinning, drowning you in negative or self-destructive thoughts? It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking our mind just happens, something we can't control. But the truth is, like a muscle, your mind can be trained, strengthened, and channeled toward well-being. You can learn to control what you think, how you react, and, ultimately, how you live. Picture your mind as a garden. If you don't tend to it, weeds grow. Negative thoughts, anxieties, worries that drag you down without you noticing. These thoughts don't just take up space, they sap your energy and focus. The first step is learning to spot which thoughts are helpful and which aren't. Useless thoughts are the ones that add nothing positive to your life. The ones that make you feel worse, for no reason. Some are automatic, like telling yourself, asterisk, I'm not capable, asterisk, or asterisk, things will never get better, asterisk. But the trick is realizing these thoughts don't define who you are or what you can do. The Stoics, for example, teach us we can't control what happens outside, but we can control what goes on in our mind. If you learn to manage your thoughts, the rest of your life will start to shift. Daily mental hygiene is just as crucial as physical hygiene. If you don't care for your mind, it can turn into a battlefield of stress, frustration, and anxiety. How do you do this? Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to observe your mind, to do a mental cleanup. You can begin with a simple meditation practice, focusing on your breath and letting thoughts pass without clinging to them. Let them come and go, like clouds drifting across the sky. This trains your mind to not latch onto the negative. It's also key to be aware of what you feed your mind. Do you spend hours on social media or watching news that stresses you out? Try cutting back. Just like what you eat affects your body, what you consume mentally impacts your emotional and mental well-being. Mental hygiene is a discipline, like brushing your teeth daily. If you stick with it, you'll see results. Your thoughts have immense power. If you constantly focus on what you lack, what you don't have, or what you can't achieve, you're crafting a reality of scarcity. But if you focus on what you have, what you're capable of, and what you can change, you're building a mindset of abundance and growth. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, asterisk, it's not things that disturb us, asterisk, but our opinions about them. Asterisk, controlling your focus is essential to taking charge of your life. If you dwell on the negative, you'll sink. If you focus on the positive, on what you can change, you'll move forward. Everything you think becomes part of your reality. So, start training your mind to zero in on what matters: your well-being, your inner peace, your personal growth. Control your words. What you say directly affects how you feel. Practice silence. when your words might harm or destroy, both for yourself and others. Your words have huge power. To create chaos or calm, use them to build, not tear down. Control your mind. Your mind isn't your enemy. It's your most powerful tool. Practice self-compassion. Observe your thoughts. And when negative ones pop up, swap them for positive affirmations. A trained mind is like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. Control your mood. You can manage your mood. It's not about bottling up what you feel, but not letting a bad day ruin your whole week. Learn to accept your feelings without letting them run your life. Control your money. Money isn't the end goal, but it's a tool that can open doors. Learn to manage it wisely. Save, invest in yourself, and don't fall into the trap of spending to fill emotional voids. Controlling your money reflects your mental clarity and ability to make smart choices. Your mind is like a muscle. If you don't train it, it weakens. If you nurture and strengthen it, it becomes your greatest ally. Take charge of your thoughts. Focus on what matters, and you'll see your life start to transform. Stoic philosophy teaches us that controlling our mind and emotions is the true path to peace and success. So, start training your mind today. You're the architect of your destiny. Your mind is the field where you sow your thoughts. Tend them wisely, because they hold the power of your future. Leçon 4. Master your inner dialogue. Ever stop to think about what you tell yourself every day? That constant inner chatter that sometimes feels more like a critic than a friend. The way we talk to ourselves has tremendous power. Our inner dialogue doesn't just reflect how we feel. It shapes how we live and tackle life's challenges. What you say to yourself can be the key to unlocking your best self, or keep you trapped in limiting patterns that hold you back. Imagine you're facing a challenge. It could be something small, like a new project, or big, like a major life change. What's the first thing that kicks in? Confidence and determination, or doubt and fear? This is where the power of your inner dialogue comes in. What you tell yourself makes the difference between success and failure, between moving forward and staying stuck. If you keep repeating, "I'm not capable, this is too much for me, or I always mess up, those limiting thoughts become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what you imagine. So, your beliefs shape your reality. But if you cultivate phrase like, "I can learn, I'm capable of overcoming this, or every mistake is a chance to grow, you're training your mind to support you instead of sabotaging you. The Stoics believed the mind has the power to transform how we see the world. For them, controlling our emotions and thoughts was essential to a fulfilling life. If something's out of our control, like external events, it's pointless to stress over it. This applies perfectly to your inner dialogue. If you shift the limiting beliefs you hold about yourself, new doors will start to open in your life. Rewiring your mind is a process that takes consistency, but it's totally doable. Start by pinpointing the beliefs holding you back. Ask yourself, what's stopping me from taking the next step? Once you've spotted them, replace them with positive, constructive affirmations. If you think, I'm bad with money, swap that belief for, I can learn to manage my money smartly, Every time you catch yourself repeating a limiting belief, sub it out for a more empowering one. One key to transforming your life is learning to control what you say, both out loud and in your mind. Some phrases, though they seem harmless, have a negative impact on your emotional state and attitude. Things like, I can't do it. Asterisk. I'm not good enough. Asterisk. Asterisk. This always happens to me. Asterisk. Or asterisk. It's too late to change. Asterisk. These phrases are like rocks. You drag while trying to move forward. They slow you down, limit you, and keep you stuck in the past. Instead, replace them with empowering affirmations like asterisk. I have what it takes. Asterisk. Asterisk. I'm learning and improving. Asterisk. Asterisk. Every day is a fresh start. Asterisk. And asterisk. The time to act is now. Asterisk. To transform your inner dialogue, you've got to work on your inner language. Your mind is like a garden, and your words are the seeds you plant. If you keep sowing negative thoughts, you'll inevitably reap frustration and despair. But if you plant positive thoughts, gratitude, and self-acceptance, you'll see confidence and well-being blossom. Learning to control your words, mind, mood, and money is a process that demands discipline. Start by being aware of the words you use with yourself. Practice mental self-care. Set aside a few minutes daily to meditate, write affirmations, or visualize your goals achieved. This simple practice can have a profound impact on your life. Your inner dialogue has the power to change your life. If you master it, you can transform your reality. Don't let limiting beliefs or negative language rule your mind. You have the power to be your own ally, your own motivator, and to create the life you want. Cultivating a positive inner language isn't just possible, it's essential for personal growth. Remember, it all starts with what you tell yourself. The greatest power lies in the mind that chooses to change, the words that choose to speak wisely, and the heart that opens to new possibilities. Leçon 5. Don't let your mood rule you. Ever felt like your mood drags you along, with no control? We've all had moments where emotions take over. But what really matters isn't what we feel, it's how we choose to act. In the face of those feelings, the key is learning not to let your emotions call the shots. Ever wondered if you can actually control how you feel and how that impacts your daily life? Feeling is human, unavoidable, but letting those feelings sweep you away is a choice. Picture yourself walking along a riverbank. The water might be rushing, but if you know how to stand firm, you won't get pulled in. The same goes for your emotions. When you let them carry you, you lose control and become a victim of a situation you could actually handle. The Stoics, with their philosophy, teach us we can't avoid feeling, but we can decide how to respond to those emotions. It's not about suppressing them, but managing them. Life throws curveballs, and it's easy to let emotions take the wheel. But how do you steady yourself when everything feels out of control? The answer lies in building simple but powerful techniques to keep your emotional balance. Conscious breathing is a strong tool. When you're overwhelmed by emotion, close your eyes, breathe slowly, and let your mind settle. This technique helps you curb the urge to react impulsively. It's also crucial to observe before acting. Give yourself a moment to reflect before responding to a situation that makes you uneasy. Pause. Notice what you're feeling and ask if you really want to react that way. Often, calm comes from stepping back before speaking or acting. Reframing your thoughts is vital too. Emotions reflect our thoughts. If you can change how you interpret a situation, you can shift how you feel. If something bothers you, instead of thinking, asterisk, this is unfair, asterisk, try, asterisk, what can I learn from this? Asterisk. This simple reframe gives you a fresh perspective, dialing down emotional intensity. Did you know you can often head off those high emotion moments? The key is spotting the early signs that you're about to hit an emotional peak. Maybe tension in your body, a racing heart, or ruminating thoughts. These are clues something's brewing inside. The trick is acting before the emotion turns into an avalanche. Something as simple as changing your surroundings or having a quiet talk with yourself can break the cycle and keep your emotions from spilling over. Emotions aren't something we can control at will all the time, but we can control the habits we build. Day by day, habits act as the foundation for your emotional well-being. If you establish healthy routines, your mind and body will be better equipped to face challenges without getting swept away. For example, practicing meditation, regular exercise, and eating balanced meals can massively boost your ability to handle stress and intense emotions. Stoic philosophy also speaks to the importance of self-discipline and keeping a clear focus on what matters without letting emotional ups and downs derail you. Controlling your words, mind, mode, and money starts with conscious choices. It's a daily effort that, while not easy, becomes a powerful tool for navigating life with greater calm. When you master these areas, you can anticipate and diffuse tough moments before they take over. Life won't always be easy or fair, but you can choose how to respond. Don't let your emotions rule you. Learn to feel without getting carried away. Control your mind, your words, and your emotional state. If you build habits that support your well-being, you'll be better prepared to tackle any challenge. Remember, control doesn't mean suppression. It means understanding and choosing how to respond consciously. True power isn't in controlling the world, but in mastering what's inside you. Lessons share. Respond, don't react. Often, you face situations where the quickest response seems like the best option. But have you ever considered that impulsive reactions aren't always the smartest move? The key to breaking this pattern lies in learning to respond, not just react. But what does this mean in practice? This is where emotional intelligence comes in. Along with a core concept, you can weave into your daily life. Conscious breathing. If you learn to control your words, mind, mood, and money, you can own your responses instead of letting emotions dictate your choices. When someone asks an awkward question, when a situation spikes your anxiety, or when you feel control slipping, the natural urge is to react impulsively. These reactions, while sometimes needed in dangerous situations, often cause more problems than they solve. In everyday life, the key difference between reacting and responding is the space for reflection you create before acting. A reaction is instant, like a conditioned reflex, while a response comes when you've taken a moment to think, reflect, and choose how to act. Stoic philosophy teaches us not to be swept away by emotions, but to respond with wisdom and calm. The Stoics believed the only things truly in our control are our actions and attitudes, not external circumstances. Responding from reason, not emotion, is one of the most effective ways to find inner peace. But what does emotional intelligence really mean? It's the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, as well as those of others. It's not just knowing what you feel, but knowing how to handle that emotion so it doesn't control you. With emotional intelligence, you don't let anger, fear, or frustration push you into rash decisions. Instead of reacting impulsively, you respond calmly and consciously, leading to better choices and fewer regrets. Conscious breathing is one of the most powerful tools. To build this skill, breathing deeply, focusing on each inhale and exhale, calms your mind and body, creating that space you need to respond. It's a natural shield that helps you step back from the heat of the moment, giving you a second or two to think before speaking or acting. In stressful situation, conscious breathing becomes your first line of defense. When you're overwhelmed or someone provokes you, just a few seconds of deep breathing can diffuse the automatic reaction and bring mental clarity. Here's a simple exercise. When you feel your emotions surging, pause, close your eyes, and breathe deeply for 5 seconds. Feel the air fill your lungs and release it slowly. Repeat 3 times. This small act of awareness helps you center yourself and put what's happening into perspective, letting you respond with more calm and wisdom. Expanding your response space doesn't happen overnight. It takes daily practice. Some habits you can build include: control your words. Before speaking, ask yourself if what you're about to say is helpful, kind, and necessary. Speaking consciously helps you avoid misunderstandings and unnecessary conflicts. Control your mind. Daily meditation is one of the best ways to train your mind. A few minutes a day can help you keep it calm and manage it better. When emotions try to take over, control your mood. It's normal to hit negative moods sometimes, but you can learn to shift your focus. Practice daily gratitude. Look for the little things that bring you joy, and bit by bit, your mood will stabilize. Control your money. Your relationship with money is directly tied to your emotions. Impulsive spending or constant money worries can make you lose control. Setting saving habits and having a financial plan let you make rational choices. Life is a string of moments that often challenge you to respond emotionally. But if you learn to pause, breathe, and reflect, you can take charge of your life, acting more consciously and rationally with every step. In the end, you're the only one responsible for your reactions. And with practice, you can become someone who doesn't just respond, but does so from inner peace, reason, and wisdom. Listen, sept. Your words can ruin you. Sometimes, our words have the power to build and destroy. It's a power we all hold, but we don't always know how to wield it. Ever stop to think about the impact a single word can have on your life? The wrong word, blurted out without thought, can wreck your reputation in a flash, while a well-chosen word can open doors, strengthen relationships, and change the course of your day. The key is learning to control what we say, to think before speaking, and to be aware of our words' power. It's easy to speak without thinking. We've all done it. That impulsive comment that, once out, makes you cringe. Sometimes, what we say is like a spark that starts a wildfire. In that moment, a relationship can be strained, and your reputation can take a hit, with no way to fix it. Imagine you're in a work meeting or a casual chat with friends and say something without weighing the consequences. That comment, even if not meant maliciously, can be taken the wrong way. People might misread your intent, and worse, they might judge you based on that one misstep. In that moment, your words can ruin far more than just the moment. This is where discipline comes in. To keep your words from wrecking you, you must learn to control them. A powerful technique is mental control. Before speaking, pause. Ask if what you're about to say will add something positive, or if it might cause harm. This simple reflection can stop your mouth from outrunning your mind. Stoic philosophy, which prizes self-control and moderation, teaches us to master our emotions and thoughts. It's not about bottling up what we feel, but managing it so it doesn't negatively affect our life or others. If you can control your mind, and thus your words, you'll also improve your mood and relationships. Your words aren't just sounds. They're seeds you plant in others' hearts. Some seeds grow into beautiful gardens. Others sprout as weeds. What kind of seeds do you want to plant? To protect your relationships, there are phrases to avoid at all costs. Words like asterisk, always, asterisk, never, asterisk, or I don't care can be dangerous in the wrong context. They tend to generalize and dismiss, leaving no room for understanding. Verbal maturity isn't just knowing what to say, but when and how to say it. Speaking with intent means being aware of what you're conveying. Are you seeking a solution or just venting? Do you want to communicate constructively or let out an unnecessary complaint? The intent behind each word is what makes the difference between a comment that strengthens a relationship and one that tears it apart. When you learn to control your words and speak with intent, you don't just protect your relationships, you improve your mood and financial well-being too. People will respect you more, your environment will be more harmonious, and your ability to make mature decisions, both personal and professional, will grow. In short, the power of words is massive. Learning to control your speech is a key skill for personal maturity. Take the time to think before speaking, and your life will change for the better. As a wise saying goes, words can reflect your soul, but also spark the fire of chaos. Lesson 8. Mental control for tough days. We all have tough days, those where chaos won't let up, and circumstances seem out to get you. In those moments, your mind can spiral, thoughts pile up, and emotions drag you along. But have you ever considered that you actually have control over this? Sure, external situations aren't always up to you, but how you face them is entirely in your hands. The Stoics, those wise ancient philosophers, taught us that true strength lies in the mind. If you train it, you can weather any storm. Keeping calm under pressure doesn't happen by chance. It's a skill you build with steady practice. Like an athlete trains their body, you must train your mind. The key is knowing. You can't control everything around you, but you can control how you react. When stress hits, step back and breathe deeply. In that moment, give yourself space to reflect before acting. Calm isn't something that magically appears. It's something you build with discipline. Mental rituals play a huge role in this. If you start your day with a routine, that grounds you. Handling the unexpected gets easier. A great example is kicking off each morning with a short meditation or positive affirmation. If you tell yourself, asterisk, today, I'll control my thoughts, asterisk, mood and reactions, asterisk, you're planting the seed of calm. Your day starts in your mind. What you think when you wake up sets the tone for everything that follows. If your first thought is frustration or worry about what's ahead, that mindset will likely stick around. To avoid this, set up a morning ritual. Spend at least 10 minutes on yourself. Breathe deeply. Visualize your day's goals. And, if you want, jot down your thoughts. This helps you start with clarity and focus. The Stoics recommended mentally reviewing potential challenges you might face during the day and preparing for them. Why? Because when you've anticipated obstacles, they don't catch you off guard, and you're emotionally better equipped. It's about training your mind so that, even when difficulties hit, you can tackle them calmly, without losing control. We've all been there. Your mind starts spiraling over something you can't control. Worries stack up, and it feels like there's no way out. But here's the thing, you can shift that spiral. One way is to practice negative visualization, a Stoic technique. Imagine the worst-case scenario, not to dwell on it, but to realize it's often not as bad as it seems, and you're capable of handling it. This prepares your mind to stay calm even when things go wrong. Another tool is journaling. At the end of the day, write down what went well, what didn't, and how you responded. This reflection helps you see patterns in your thoughts and reactions and gives you a chance to improve. Mental control also involves managing what you feed your mind. Avoid overloading on negative news or toxic conversations that amplify stress and anxiety. Instead, Surround yourself with ideas and people that uplift and inspire you. Your mind is your greatest asset, but it needs care and discipline to thrive. When tough days hit, don't let them define you. Take a deep breath, refocus your thoughts, and choose how you want to respond. Stoic philosophy reminds us that while we can't control the world, we can control our inner world. By building mental rituals like morning affirmations, meditation, or journaling, you create a foundation of calm that carries you through even the toughest days. Control your words. By speaking with intention and clarity, control your mind. By training it to focus on what you can change, control your mood. By choosing gratitude and perspective over frustration, and control your money. By making decisions that align with your values, not your fleeting emotions. Tough days will come, but with mental control, you can face them with strength and clarity. Your mind is your fortress. Build it strong, and no storm can shake you. Leçon 9. Control your money, control your life. Money. It's a topic that stirs emotions, from excitement to anxiety. But have you ever considered that how you manage your money is a reflection of how you manage your mind, mood, and words? Stoic philosophy teaches us that true wealth isn't about how much you have, but how you use what you have. Controlling your money is about controlling your choices and aligning them with your values. It's not just about dollars and cents, it's about mastering your life. Why does money matter so much? Because it's a tool, one that can open doors or trap you in a cycle of stress and regret, depending on how you wield it. The Stoics, like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, believed in living simply and focusing on what truly matters. They saw money as a means, not an end. If you let money control you through impulsive spending or constant worry, you're giving away your power. But if you take control of your money, you take control of your freedom. How do you do this? Start with awareness. Just like you observe your thoughts or choose your words carefully, pay attention to your financial habits. Where is your money going? Are you spending to fill emotional voids or to build a better future? Track your expenses for a month, and you'll likely be surprised at how small choices add up. Next, set clear financial goals. The Stoics emphasized clarity of purpose. In all areas of life, ask yourself, what do you want your money to do for you? Do you want to save for a dream, like starting a business or traveling? Do you want to invest in your education or build a safety net for tough times? Having a purpose for your money gives you direction and makes it easier to say no to unnecessary expenses. One powerful Stoic principle is practicing self-discipline. This applies to money just as much as it does to your words or emotions. Create a budget and stick to it. A budget isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment. It's a plan that aligns your spending with your values and goals. Think of it as a map, guiding you toward financial peace. Another key is avoiding impulsive spending. When you're tempted to buy something, pause and ask, do I need this or do I just want it? Give yourself 24 hours before deciding. This simple delay can save you from regretful purchases and keep your finances on track. The Stoics also taught the value of contentment. If you're always chasing more, you'll never have enough. Practice gratitude for what you have, and you'll find that your needs are often much simpler than your wants. This mindset shift frees you from the trap of consumerism and helps you focus on what truly enriches your life. Controlling your money also means preparing for the unexpected. Life is unpredictable, and the Stoics knew this well. Build an emergency fund, even if it's small at first. Having a financial cushion reduces stress and gives you confidence to face life's uncertainties. Your relationship with money is deeply tied to your emotional well-being. If you're constantly stressed about finances, it spills over into your mood, your relationships, and even your ability to think clearly. But when you take control of your money, you create a sense of calm and stability that supports every other area of your life. Control your words by speaking with purpose and avoiding complaints about financial struggles. Control your mind by focusing on what you can do with your money instead of what you lack. Control your mood by cultivating gratitude and contentment rather than envy or frustration. And control your money by making deliberate, value-driven choices. Money is a tool, not a master. When you learn to manage it wisely, you're not just securing your financial future, you're taking charge of your entire life. Stoic philosophy reminds us that true freedom comes from self-mastery. By controlling your money, you're building a life of purpose, resilience, and peace. So, start today. Track your spending, set a goal, and take one small step toward financial control. Your future self will thank you. Lesson 10. The Stoic Art of Living Fully. You've journeyed through 9 lessons. Each honor a step toward mastering your words, mind, mood, and money. But there's one final lesson that ties it all together. The Stoic Art of Living Fully. What does it mean to live fully? For the Stoics, it's not about chasing pleasure or accumulating wealth, but about embracing life with wisdom, courage, and purpose. It's about controlling what you can and letting go of what you can't. It's about finding joy in the present while building a meaningful future. This lesson is the culmination of everything we've explored. It's the realization that true power lies in how you choose to live every single day. The Stoics, like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, believed that life is fleeting, and our time is our most precious resource. To live fully, you must align your actions with your values. You must control your words, so they build bridges, not barriers. You must train your mind to focus on what matters and let go of what doesn't. You must manage your mood so that even on tough days, you can find calm and gratitude. And you must master your money so it serves your purpose, not your impulses. But living fully goes beyond control. It's about embracing life's imperfections and finding beauty in the struggle. The Stoics called this amor fati, the love of fate. It's the idea that you accept and even embrace everything that happens, good or bad. As part of your journey, this doesn't mean being passive or giving up. It means choosing to see every challenge as an opportunity to grow, to practice courage, and to live with integrity. Imagine waking up each day with a clear sense of purpose. You know what matters to you, and you act in ways that align with it. You speak with intention, think with clarity, feel with balance, and spend with wisdom. That's the Stoic art of living fully. How do you start? Begin with small, intentional steps. Each morning, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, asterisk, what kind of person do I want to be today? Asterisk, asterisk, how can I act with wisdom, courage, and kindness? Asterisk. Then, throughout the day, make choices that reflect those answers. When you face a challenge, pause, breathe deeply, and ask, asterisk, what would a Stoic do in this moment? Asterisk. Would they react with anger or respond with calm? Would they dwell on what's out of their control or focus on what they can change? Would they spend impulsively or save for what truly matters? Living fully also means practicing gratitude every day. The Stoics believed that gratitude transforms how we see the world. Take a moment each evening to write down 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be big. Maybe it's a kind word from a friend, a quiet moment with your coffee, or the strength to get through a tough day. This simple practice shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already yours. Finally, living fully means accepting that you won't be perfect. The Stoics weren't about perfection, they were about progress. You'll stumble, you'll say the wrong thing, think negative thoughts, feel overwhelmed, or make a financial misstep. That's okay. What matters is that you keep going, keep learning, and keep choosing to live with purpose. The Stoic art of living fully is about taking responsibility for your life. It's about controlling your words so they inspire and uplift, controlling your mind so it stays clear and focused, controlling your mood so you can face any storm with calm, and controlling your money so it supports your dreams, not your distractions. This is the path to true freedom. Not freedom from challenges, but freedom to choose how you respond to everything life throws at you. As Marcus Aurelius said, asterisk, you have power over your mind, asterisk, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, asterisk. So, here's my challenge to you. Take one lesson from this video and apply it today. Maybe it's pausing before you speak, or taking a moment to breathe. When emotions run high, maybe it's writing down a financial goal, or starting a gratitude journal. Whatever you choose, take that first step. Your life is in your hands. Control your words, mind, mood, and money, and you'll unlock a life of purpose, peace, and power. If you've made it this far, write in the comments, asterisk, I'm ready to live fully, asterisk, your commitment shows you're serious about mastering your life. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Your support helps spread Stoic wisdom and build a community of growth and resilience. Check out the next videos at the end for more tools to transform your life. Thank you for joining me on this journey. See you in the next adventure.